welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. Let me introduce to you the blue Terran with a barracks most of the way across the map, understanding that weak Terrans build in the main, and no weak Terran earns the nickname, the Admiral. It's GuMiho, who has now been scouted by the overlord of his counterpart. We have Ragnarok. He's going to know, not even a marine proxy, just Reapers right off the bat, starting things off strong, abruptly, in your face, just like begging for likes and subscribes. Jimmy, what are we at? If we get 1,097 likes on this video, on this cast, I'll cast another series, and I'll probably do it anyways. But thank you guys for tuning in. We're starting things off strong as GuMiho builds a bunker right inside of Ragnarok's mineral line. Very important before the hatchery finishes. There's no creep there. So hopefully your day has been good so far, and hopefully it's about to get a little bit better with GuMiho breaking out the sharp cheddar. We have 6 Zerglings, but already the Reaper in the mineral line. GuMiho not willing to let Ragnarok get established. Not even his second hatchery. Almost gets a second drone. The bunker will complete. The SCV tucked inside for now can pop out for a few repairs, a few spot welds. You don't get too much more than that. I'm not even sure what this is supposed to accomplish. It's more of a common strategy against Protoss, because they don't have a built-in unit that kind of counters most of this Reaper aggression, aka the Queen. But Ragnarok is taking it very seriously under his I'm not sure what his ID name. I think it might just be his name. Okay, well, the bunker, trapped in a prison of his own design, GuMiho loses 1 Reaper. He lost the SCV. So far, this is a only partially mitigated disaster. It feels like one of those, like, he didn't ask himself so much whether or not he should, but instead skipped right to whether or not he could. As, well, yeah, he got the bunker in the mineral line, he got the Reapers into it, and that... I'm sorry, hold that thought. Fusion! Core, 3.5 minutes, no second command center. GuMiho reaches all the way up to the cruisers. Well, that is quite a reach indeed, but the Admiral knows what we like. And, like indeed. And Ragnarok's gonna wait. Well, 1, Ragnarok using the Diva announcer. 2, he didn't actually see the fusion core. So, there is a tech lab starport. He's going to be building queens. I don't know how much the response to a battlecruiser would vary from the Banshees. Usually you're going to get at least a spore crawler either way. Against a battlecruiser, usually you invest in 2. As the battlecruiser itself being more expensive than a command center. It really should be able to build SCVs, right? New buff. New Terran buff. Fair and balanced, alright? The Reaper somehow still alive. Yeah. Was for at least 2 seconds after I finished that sentence. Fusion core not upgrading Yamato. Very important to note, as I'm not sure how many... Well, never mind. I take it all back. Here we go again. It's a few Hellions and then Battlecruiser. This is the most unabashed, unapologetic... Is that... Oh my god. He can't see the Viking. Not until the Zerglings. Just fly, you fool! A little late for that. The Viking forgetting, I think, for a well, he wanted to get away so the queens couldn't hit him on the high ground and then fly away, because otherwise... Well, actually, in general, it's just a little slow. Battlecruiser jumps. If it's fully out of vision, I don't Ragnarok... Well, let's see. And there it is! The battlecruiser has arrived. He had a spore crawler. I don't know if he was expecting the cruiser. Tactical jump was used to head in, which means, of course, he can't jump out. That's a lot of queens. GuMiho The Admiral may be resigning from his post at this... Well, oh my god, he went over the little high ground. The Overlord Pillar. They should call it the Battlecruiser Pillar. The Cruiser Lounge. I'll come up with something more clever. The Cruiser Conclave. Something fancy like that. He broke vision for a moment over that little pillar area that is usually used for the Overlords. And I think that very much saved his battlecruiser, as a few more knitting needles would have taken it down. Yamato cannon. 5 seconds out. Spire begins. Another cruiser jumps. The revolving warp gate. Well, not really warp gate, just, you know, tactical jump. Warp gate requires like a build-up time and all that, whereas tactical jump is Terran technology, TN. Jumps to the natural. The queens will saunter over. Interesting. Oh, he unleashes the Yamato cannon on the full energy queen. Obliterated, atomized, separated from its constituent atoms. As the greatest admiral would say. Hashtag Mengsk did nothing wrong. Battlecruiser still unloading. They're not paying by the laser. The laser bathtub, though. Gliding. And Ragnarok cancels, rebuilds. Gonna have to do it again. Quite annoying to deal with. There's nothing until the Spire that can really chase down the cruisers. Corruptor should be the choice. Some players will go mutas. And indeed, Ragnarok is one of those, as Corruptors are essentially just for dealing, like they're exclusively for dealing with the battlecruisers, whereas mutas give you some options against other ground forces. He's gonna have 10 of them, which should be enough. How long on jump? Tactical jump is ready. But will he have enough time to jump away? Battlecruisers scouted by the Ling. Ragnarok, his economy, despite how troublesome this has been, there hasn't been a ton of actual damage dealt. Ragnarok has lost only 9 drones throughout all this. He's only lost 2 queens. Muta's just flying right past. There are 2 engineering bases. In fact, GuMiho jumping home to save the day as he desperately builds turrets. A battlecruiser is able to outmaneuver the mutas and then launch the Yamato cannons from downtown. Still one more battlecruiser on the other side of the map. But Ragnarok knows, in this case, the best defense is likely going to be a good offense. So GuMiho, trying to build, he's trying to go bio after the triple cruiser. And he may very well get away with it. Mutas still kind of cutting off the circulation between the bases. Another cruiser continuing to lay... Oh my god, he got another Yamato. The Evo chamber's in a precarious position. The Muta's headed back across the map. Corruptors now taking stock of the fact there are 3 battlecruisers on the field. Which, GuMiho kind of all over the place. He built more barracks and now is adding 2 more factories. So it's going to be full flex Terran here. A bit of everything. A bio-curious build. 1-1 is finishing. Is that? Yeah, that is 3 factories. On top of the starport. Our Yamato's loaded. 2 more seconds. Targeting the bruised battlecruiser. Lining up a shot of Precarious. Oh, he's got a jump! Oh, 5 HP. He gets out of there. And GuMiho gonna take out a few more of the Corruptors. The battlecruiser's just chipping away. The Muta's struggling. Getting outmaneuvered by the capital ship. No. Gumi, oh no. How dare you? You don't... Oh, that feels so good for Ragnarok. I can't believe he didn't repair it. Just a clear and utter mistake. The most costly possible one. That's worse than losing an orbital. Like... He had every opportunity. Well, he had some opportunity. There's a lot going on, but... No repair there. Knocked down to 2 cruisers. Not a game-ending mistake. It's a very weird position we're in now. The battlecruisers are such a... They must be respected. If you don't respect the battlecruisers, you're going to be in oodles of oodles, I say, of trouble. I probably won't say it again, but I said it once. So, and you know what? That's not good. But at the same time, if you overcommit to things like corruptors, then a ground army can just sweep the field and win the day. So, at the end of it, I'm not sure. It's going to be a bunch of bio. Ragnarok's upgrades aren't particularly incredible. He's just started 2-2. GuMiho most of the way through his. And GuMiho heading towards a max out with a more conventional bio army. He's got some Hellbats mixed in, but throwing some Widow Mines underneath as well. Looking for a shot. Unfortunately, the Zerglings are too fast to lock onto, but maybe fortunately because he finds the Banelings, which are not. Adrenal Glands on the way. Battle cruisers continue gliding by. But Ragnarok is maxed out. He does have a hive. 92 drones. Pretty much everything you could ever want, and maybe then some. So right now, Ragnarok, well, he should be hitting GuMiho. And GuMiho kind of all stacked up here. He's 7 seconds out from 2-2. I see a Yamato cannon launching. Is he looking at the army? 2-2 is now done, but he's already lost the main brunt of the army beforehand. Needs some Widowmine hits to clear this up. The battle cruiser count is down to 2 still, so he's able to jump away in time. Corruptors move to intercept. Planetary Fortress Banelings just rolling by. The SCV's on the run. Have to escape. Another command center is down. More CCs constructed nearby, but GuMiho, while he has 90 SCVs, he doesn't have nearly enough mineral patches to mine from. With those 90 SCVs, he needs to hold on to these locations. Ultraless Cavern on the way. Ragnarok is kind of in a position where he can do whatever he wants, and what he wants is 37 more Banelings. Oh, that's a lot of Banelings. Oodles of... Nope. 50 Banelings. Those tanks may be ventured a little too scouting tanks. Very brave, but very dumb. The factories are actually creating something of a wall-off at the third base, but GuMiho isn't in a position to force Ragnarok into a bad spot. He needs to take a base himself. Another Widowmine blunts the force of this attack, and Marauder holding the line, forced to cancel the command center. More Widowmines, but there's just not enough to stop the Zerg. The medevac count is so damn high, but the Marine count is almost non-existent. He's able to evacuate some of the SCVs as well. He's got 10 medevacs with the Corruptors. Yeah, where are those battle cruisers? Battle cruisers just hold. He just gives it up. GuMiho not willing to get pounded into oblivion. Just taps out while he still has his dignity intact. As clearly Ragnarok, I'm not GuMiho going like 6 different directions with that build there. Very entertaining, but not particularly coherent. As Proxy Reaper into Battlecruiser, into Bio, into Mass Factory. Okay, we're all over the place, like the hopscotch board of Taran. Roll a d20 and see what you get. Not the Baldur's Gate keep. I don't know. I tried to play it. It looks really good, but I feel like I have to be in a mood, all right? And that mood is something a little slower paced than this sort of game. And what I mean is, GuMiho's like, you know what the problem was? I didn't have enough proxy ranks. Okay, I did not have enough. So instead of 1, let's try 3 of them. Triple proxy ranks. Ragnarok not actually spotting it here. It's in such an obvious spot. The overlords don't actually go by it usually. Hidden in plain sight, as things often are when you want to hide it from Zerg early. By the time he sees this, well, he'll probably see it with the Marine shooting at the Overlord. Which is definitely, well, at least he'll know what's coming. Ragnarok. The Tastalope there being pushed out of the way, and oh no. Oh no.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well, will he see the Rex count? He sees 1. Now this comes down to execution in many senses of the word. As whether GuMiho, like, he has 3 Rex. So this is intended to potentially win the game. A 2 Rex is heavy pressure that could win, but usually just gets you ahead. A 1 Rex, like last game, is just to throw them off. But a 3 Rex, he has the 3 SCVs over here. He has nothing behind. He's getting double gas now. But the Zerglings slip out. Is GuMiho a little out of position? And he might be able to deny some of the Marines. It's only 4 Zerglings without speed. So like 1 Marine. If he's able to catch it, Overlord goes down. It's a disaster for Ragnarok. That Overlord was so up. He's going to lose the hatches. Well, he won't be able to build any more units for a while yet. And GuMiho's just going to casually build a tech lab on the high ground here. Ragnarok. Oh, no. Well, he does get some Overlords out. Enough to build some Ravagers. Concussive shells on the way. The tech lab has not been spotted. Concussive shell's a great choice against roaches. Not nearly as good against potential masses of Zerglings. GuMiho, you gotta press the repair button. Okay. After that Battlecruiser, I wasn't sure. Down goes the bunker. No restocking. No refund for you. No rebate. Said unravaged. That looked very ravaged. Okay, Ragnarok. Moment of truth. Does he just... He has the high ground. You know he has the high ground. Concussive isn't quite done, but a Marauder existing. Yep. Oh, now this gets awkward, though. As the Ravagers were kind of out of position. The Marauder is able to break the many knees of the Ravagers and Roaches and help the Marines chase them down and potentially kill them. You can't even get close. 1 concussive shell. So now Ragnarok is on the wrong side of his own base. The Tastalope getting pushed around somehow survived all this. The Artosalope nowhere to be seen, probably complaining about Protoss somewhere. Meanwhile, more units getting taken. The concussive lands. He gets 1 of the Marauders, but at what cost? I feel like GuMiho is making so much progress here. The hatchery, optimistic, for sure. I mean, he keeps trickling in. Ragnarok has 5 less workers. It appears this time around it's worked. Yep. Yeah, that's not... Oh, no, come on, Goomy. Goomy, bro. And then he doesn't kill the queen. I guess he gets the creep tumors. Sure, that's what we were aiming for. Meanwhile, 3 more overlords over there. He's gonna... in Ragnarok, gonna drag it out, but... we can tell. If GuMiho just move commands through all these units and somehow doesn't kill the hatch, then maybe... But there's a Banshee on the way, and I think he just killed the only queen. Yeah. Alright, Ragnarok not willing to go out with dignity. He's gonna die kicking and screaming until his legs are broken and his arms are... I don't know how his arms are related to the kicking and screaming part, honestly. So no news on his arms. Situation report. It's grim, though. It's probably not great. Well, he cleans it up with the broodlings, but wait, there's more. I feel like the Banshee is going to be the moment. Alright, I'll give some credit to Ragnarok for fighting it out. He uses a skate. GuMiho's like, are you serious? Well. Okay, now's good. Alright.
He's dead, Jim.
Well. Well, that's 2. 1-1. Now, place your bets. We're going into game 3. The map is Royal Blood. How many barracks? And you tell me if you were right. How many barracks will be inside of GuMiho's base? Just in the first 2 minutes of this game. 0 is a number, but okay, got your number. GuMiho has built his first barracks. Did you say 1? I'm not counting the one at the natural. That doesn't... The answer is 1. If you had 1, please raise your hand. If you did not, you can pretend. This is the internet. You can just make things up. Is what I've heard. Source, just trust me, bro. And if you had 2, then you can claim a technical victory. If you had 0, you were wrong. You don't get anything. Good day. Ragnarok, hatch first, which is bold after the last few games. Though sometimes it is better for dealing with, like in game 1 with hatch first, still plenty of time to deal with the proxy reaper. GuMiho is back at it again. Well. So we meet again. And a bunker at the front. Two drones. 8 Zerglings. Well, double Reaper. So he's gonna do what is actually kind of the meta right now, which is the 2 ranks Reaper. But this is the most convoluted example of it I've seen. As the Reaper is just trickling in from each side of the map. Speed is a long way off. Ragnarok did not even get gas. Has GuMiho spotted that? I don't think he sent the SCV into the main. He did not. So. Another Zergling just looking. Maybe he builds a tech lab there. So, this is a convoluted Reaper build. Maybe with a barracks scout, so you don't need to scan or risk the Reapers. Well, we'll see. A bit of a mess, either way. He's floating the racks all the way home. It's a long journey. A home he's never known. Trying to fight the grenades. Well, gets one of the Reapers. Back at home, the Zerglings trying to chew through the door. Marine gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Ragnarok ends up losing all the lings. He's also lost 3 drones. This is starting to add up. GuMiho gets out with 2 Reapers. So it looks like things are gonna even out. 2 CCs. It comes back around from... Here we go again. Knocks up the drone. Blasts it out of the sky. 3rd base on the way. The Reapers shouldn't be able to kill it, but will do an annoying amount of damage that will take quite a while to heal. Unless the quick... Brenda! What? Terran. What? Alright. I had to lay down the creep tumor. I have to come down the ramp. Alright. Not now. It's not my fault we don't have creep over here. Somebody should have scouted for Reapers. I did... Not in my backyard. Third command center on the way. Baneling nest. And a lot of Zerglings. 8 Zerglings. He does have 41 drones, so it's not a horrible position for Ragnarok. It's a weird... 18 Zerglings. Ah. Well. What have we here? Well, actually, he doesn't have enough lings for a Baneling bust. He has enough lings to make it uncomfortable to move out, and have enough banelings to defend. But 20 lings is not enough for a baneling bust if he wants to get anything really done. The wall off, yeah, the Banshee's out. Gonna chase down some of the lanes. Lair is on the way. Creep begins to spread. It looks like we may actually even out into something of a macro game. I think I give, well, I was gonna say I give slight advantage to GuMiho, but I think both sides have some kind of asymmetric advantages. Ragnarok has map control. He has creep all over the place. He's got overlords well spread. He can't be contested at the moment when it comes to the creep spread and just kind of getting vision on the map. He's also got a lair on the way. GuMiho, on the other hand, has a good economy, 3 CCs, but he doesn't have the infrastructure. He's only on 3 racks right now, hasn't added racks 4 and 5, doesn't have a second engineering bay, so he's not at the level of production you would usually like to be as a 3-base Terran. I mean, you can get there pretty soon, but Ragnarok should have lair tech and economy kicking in before GuMiho is able to field his maximum amount of production. So we will see, especially if the Zerglings just wrap around and potentially kill all these Marines. Well, that's not ideal. Now the medevacs show up and are like, really, guys? You couldn't have waited like 20 seconds. Classic. Yep, GuMiho certainly not expecting the sheer amount of Zerglings. He does still have medevacs. And Marines, though. And he's going to have +1 done, as well as he didn't actually lose any SCVs. And that means 57 to 56 SCVs. Just now adding on barracks 4 and 5. Which is going to hamstring the production. But... okay, and then 6, 7, 8, by the way. It's like, oh, yeah, macro time. We've all been there. We've all done that. All right. I know you empathize. Baneling speed about to complete. 1-1 still pretty far off for Ragnarok. GuMiho slipping into position on the low ground by the balcony. He's now got combat shield done. He's got 2 tanks, but he's got to be careful as well. As Ragnarok with Baneling speed is a real and present danger. Yeah, just trying to keep things busy. +1 Carapace about to complete. +1 melee, few seconds behind. GuMiho slapping 5 more reactors. Wow, this is now a reaction video. They're all reaction videos, give or take. Well, 1-1 done for Ragnarok, but +1 armor still pretty far off for GuMiho. So actually an upgrade advantage and a precarious timing. 2-2 also started, so Ragnarok will maintain an upgrade advantage of points. Double drop headed towards the main. Still, neither player committing to anything particularly risky. GuMiho's got his units spread between the bases. He's got his tanks in a very conservative position. He's also building 15 Marines at a time. Which, wow. That's a lot of Marines. Up against Ragnarok. He's starting to pull away in supply compared to Ragnarok, who's got 77 drones and 4 hatcheries. But the sheer amount of Marines. And the army supply as well. The fact that it's all Marines and no Marauders is a bit concerning. The mass Marine tank style. Brenda, no! But before 2-2 finishes for Ragnarok, here we go. GuMiho has pushed the creep back. It wasn't particularly far out. Only 1 scan, and he's knocking on Ragnarok's natural here. Banshee shows up. It was mostly a defensive Banshee, and now it's a dead Banshee. As are those Marines, but this is very much a not so much of how good do your units do, but how easily can you replace them situation. as GuMiho's parading across the map. 15 Marines at a time. We just saw 10 go down. They've already been replaced. The expendables over here. And expending them he is. GuMiho continues forward. +2 Carapace about to finish for Ragnarok, but another group of Marines have moved forward. He has to split back. You have to be very careful of those banelings. Microsum, oh my god. GuMiho really oh my god. It's not about how many men you lose. GuMiho just continues to stream across the map. Yes, he's losing a lot of Marines, but Ragnarok is losing more. He can't contend with the level of production the Admiral is bringing, the logistical masterclass. Why Micro Marine when Make More Marine do trick? And GuMiho is tearing apart the defenses. The Hydra count has gotten high enough that he's struggling to break it, but not struggling so much that he can't. 100 Marines go down, 230 Zerglings. But GuMiho, the inevitable. God. Wow. GuMiho up 2-1. All right, once again, 3 for 3 on the proxy Rex. Place your bets. The mini game. This reminds me of Maru during the proxy factory year, where essentially every single game was proxy factory. That was a rough year against Protoss back when they still existed. All right. GuMiho is placing his first barracks. The plural of barracks is barracks, of course, so place your bets. And Jimmy, can we have the game, please? Two. The number is 2. No more, no less. 2 shall be the number of racks. No, God. No, Ragnarok, that's too far. It's too far away. He saw it immediately. The drones are pulled. Oh, no. Well, it depends on SCVRNG. GuMiho, because he built the barracks next to each other, it makes it that much harder. There are 4 drones, not money, and he is going to start... Well, so, once again, technically, if you said 1 or 2, I will give you a point here. As he started with 2 and is now down to 1. So if you pick the 1 or 2 on the proxy Rex, you were correct. Feel free to argue who's more correct, but... Well, into the main we go. The Reaper... Yeah, no speed on the way. Ragnarok is trying to deal with these almost before the... Well, not killing both SCVs really hurts. It's so... I don't know. It's so far away. There's a Zergling on the other side. 1 SCV will be tracked down. Barracks already on the way back. So here we go again. It certainly makes for some interesting games. Games where it's very hard to tell exactly who's ahead, well, or by how much. Usually there's unlike your average macro game, there's clearly players that are ahead in different respects. In this case, Ragnarok has an expansion. GuMiho doesn't. That's it for now, but it is a major difference. He's got a starport done. GuMiho has 360 gas in the bank, which is far too much. He builds a Viking, but that's still a lot of gas to be banking up. That's a lot of investment that has yet to be placed. Is he going to go for it? What do you think? You got 400 gas. Just do it. Just do it. Come on. Give the people what they want. Nothing yet. The only game he's lost so far was the Battlecruiser. It was one of the most obvious and least supported Battlecruisers he could have gone for, and still did quite well. Ragnarok getting supply blocked yet again. I heard a Widow Mine burrow. Oh, right on the ramp. He's gonna do a mine drop. Disgusting! I mean, oh wow, what a filthy build. No, yeah, disgusting was good. It was a... Well... Alright, will Ragnarok have any response? This is Armory Mines, which means it's gonna look very much like Hellions. Partially because of the Hellion already out, but there is a non-zero chance that Ragnarok just doesn't have any detection. He starts a Spire. Oh god, it looks like a Hellion drop. Overseer is on the way. He's thinking about it. A second factory for GuMiho. Because, sure, the Overseer being on the way is a big deal. He's just gonna go for the queens here. Drops the mines. Not... No! He gets 7! He gets a queen! And the worst part of all, he gets out. He's Gumi gone. Oh my god, all 4 mines escape. They got away with murder. Oh, Ragnarok. Somebody check if Ragnar's okay, because after that... GuMiho's still at 33 to 45 workers. A Spire is on the way. GuMiho going with a double Thor hammer drop follow-up. A classic Gumi Bro build. Breaking out the sharp cheddars and the Gumi classics. Oh, this build. It's like a Wings of Liberty. I don't remember when he first showcased it. And this clearly isn't how you would usually start it. But the idea is very much there. Dropping the Thors to just slam the hammers down. Already pre-countering. So, like, this is one of the few things that queens don't counter. As the Thors just pound right through them. I can't think of a build that is... This is the most muta-killing build that you could... That... Everything in this army but the Hellbats can kill mutas with relative ease. The Thors come in. Oh, Thor Ragnarok. Thor, meet Ragnarok. Ragnarok, meet Thor. There's a better joke here, but I just don't have it. Well, he's gonna go. He's trying to magic box him. The Widow Mines will burrow. Honestly, well, the Banelings explode. They gets the Widow Mines. And, well, I mean... he saves the Thor. There's almost no anti-air. Just a few very... Well, okay. He's got no anti-air left. He's building mutas. 3... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. How do you like your Zerglings? Flattened or extra crispy? Ooh, GuMiho! Just barbecuing his way out of this match. Ragnarok not able to catch a break. Just a few Widow Mines to the face. A decisive victory in this Korean StarCraft League Finals. For GuMiho. A tough one for Ragnarok. Jimmy, not that. We're not streaming anymore. We're doing that. We're recording. It's for the YouTubes. Nope, not. Okay. I told you. We're taking YouTube very seriously. We're doing separate videos. How many times? Sorry.
Bullshit.
Anyways, congratulations to GuMiho. An entertaining series, if not a particularly close one this time around. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I made your day a little bit better. How many? Yes. 1,097 likes. Get another series. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Good luck, have fun. Stay chill.